Now we have Ynvisible Interactive and Yanni Mikhail. Here, Yanni.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yanni Mikhail. I'm the CEO of Ynvisible Interactive. We are a company that has been listed in the Toronto Stock Exchange, the venture list, as of January this year, trading under the ticker symbol YNV. Our company is commercializing the face of the Internet of Things. And in this talk, I will briefly show what it is that we're physically doing and delivering. But I want to start off by explaining a little bit of the market problem. As you know, a few years back, there was a lot of talk about Internet of Things. And Internet of Things is a market that is happening today. If you look at simply the volume of RFID chips that were embedded into objects, everyday objects, last year, that total volume was nearly 19 billion units. We as human beings are not actually seeing everything that's happening in the market. We don't even necessarily realize to the extent that the Internet of Things is already touching us. If you take a local transit here in Hong Kong and many other places around the world, you will be using tickets that come equipped with this touchless feature, which does contain an RFID chip inside of it. But something that's missing from something like this is a human interface, something that would tell us about the intelligence, the contents of that chip inside. For you as a human being to access that information, you have to go to a reading device. You have to go to the ticket, the entry gate to gain access to how many trips do I have in here. What we have developed is a technology that allows us to print digital interfaces, electronic interfaces to these types of devices. As we are a listed company, certain forward-looking statements in our talk. So the market need really is, now that there is more and more intelligence being embedded into objects around us, we as human beings need a way to interface with all that information. And the most common approach that is being offered to us today is these devices. We all carry smartphones in our pockets these days, and in fact we stare over 7 hours a day into light-emitting screens, which by the way is not very healthy for your eyesight. In a future where more and more objects around us are smart, the question becomes, should we always pull out this device to access that information? If I want to know how much is in this card, if I want to know what temperature has my medicine been in that is very sensitive to temperature ranges, do I always need to pull out this kind of device? Or can that smart item graphically communicate that intelligence to us? So our company's vision is to bring everyday objects to life and provide these practical human interfaces to the world of IoT. And we're doing so through smart labels. We've developed a printed technology where you take electronically conductive inks into conventional printing lines and you enable printers to print electronic displays. These are relatively simple graphic displays that communicate something about the status of that product. The novelty of this is that they are ultra low power consuming, and as they are printed, you can print these onto practically everything. And I'll look at a few different applications of this. But as a market, this technology belongs to the field of printed and flexible electronics, which is an exponentially rapidly growing market. Our technology is a patented technology. We have multiple international patents in our portfolio protecting these electrochromic devices. But on top of that, we're building a database of essentially inks, our secret formulas. And that intellectual property is captured into that database of materials, which we do not publish. Furthermore, we're building a brand. We're building a brand name that the printing industry, the consumer packaging industry recognizes our name. When they want to bring graphics to life, it's Ynvisible's technology and inks that you'll be using to bring the items, the graphics to life. As a business today, we are offering smart label solutions to globally leading consumer brands. Go to any consumer brand company on this planet, and they will have smart product developments. They will have Internet of Things developments ongoing. Every single brand. We work with their R&D departments, their brand managers, to help design with these emerging technologies and our electrochromic displays to integrate that into their product offering. So today, our revenues come from selling these design services, system integration services to brand owners. As this technology starts to take off and spread around the planet, our business model will transition to selling inks. If you want to offer a printed graphic interface where the printed graphics come to life, the inks will come through us. At this point, you're certainly keen to hear what are the real-life applications of this technology. And yes, we are in an early stage of this market. Most of the work we are currently doing are under confidentiality agreements. We are working with global consumer brands, but on a more generic level, I can point to a few examples of how the technology is being used. In the healthcare sector, you have a lot of devices, objects that are single use. Our printed displays can be used to identify if an object has been used or not. You identify that it's been used with a simple color change. And it's irreversible in that case. You can't decolor it. You can't erase that color anymore. Healthcare sector, tracking perishable goods. More and more sensors are being embedded into logistics processes. We can provide a graphic human interface to show, hey, something may have gone wrong. Similarly, with increasing e-commerce, how are your packages being handled? We've developed, again here, inks which show that the product is okay, and if it's been mishandled, the color on the package changes and shows to you that something may have gone wrong. Brand protection, big problem, counterfeit goods. Again, a way of demonstrating that the authenticity of the product. If you look around you, the world is full of printed surfaces. We're bringing that to life. We have gone to market with globally leading brands. L'Oreal has been our lead customer from day one. We're now geared to growth. There is a wide range of possibilities to bring those printed graphics to life and communicate that intelligence in the smart objects to you, the human beings. Our team is experienced in this sector. We are very well connected to consumer brands. As said, our shares are trading. Our market cap is roughly 16 million Canadian dollars at the moment. And we'd be happy to show you our technology. So come to booth number 3, and we'll give you a hands-on experience and visual experience on what the future will look like when all the printed graphics around you come to life. Thank you.